Hello everyone and very good afternoon once again. So let's see who are live with us now. So many people have joined today very early. That's great. Om Gupta is there, then Dolly Das, Janvi, Harshita, Shoaib, Venkatlakshmi, Vansh, Komalpreet, Ruhani, then Priya, Pathak Jignesh, Prakriti Goyal, Pavitra, Chanchal, Ananya, Gagan. Great. So very good afternoon everybody. And Suprabha Bhattacharya says, good morning, and I am Suprabha Bhattacharya, and I am present in all your classes and very much understanding all the chapters. That's great. Very good. Yes, some more people are live now. So let us begin today's topic. Now, today's topic is completely different topic. So in today's class, we are going to complete this chapter. The first topic for the day will be future value, then present value, and after that, some miscellaneous topics will be there. So that was basically application-based questions on this chapter. All right. So let us begin. So in the previous session, we had started with the future value of annuity regular, but now we have to do with future value of annuity due. So let's write future value of annuity due. Annuity due we can say, or it is also known as immediate. Now, what is the formula for this? So let us write the same formula which we have done in the previous session. That is annuity bracket 1 plus I whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by I. Now, till here, the formula is exactly same. Up to this, the formula was for future value of annuity regular. ये formula future value of annuity regular का था, right? अब जैसे ही हम इसको multiply कर देंगे किससे 1 plus I से, ये formula बन जाएगा किसके लिए? For annuity due. So now this is the formula for annuity due. Okay, this is the formula for annuity due. So सिर्फ आपको क्या करना है? मल्टीप्लाई करना है 1 plus I से. Now annuity due में क्या होता है? We have discussed that in the previous class. Annuity due means we are paying in the beginning or we are receiving in the beginning of the period. जो भी हमारा पीरियड है उसके बिगिनिंग में हम पेमेंट कर रहे हैं. लाइक इंस्टॉलमेंट हमारा पे हो रहा है मंथ के बिगिनिंग में, ईयर के बिगिनिंग में, या कोई भी हमें पैसा मिल रहा है दैट इज इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द मंथ, बिगिनिंग ऑफ द क्वार्टर, बिगिनिंग ऑफ द ईयर. तो जब भी कोई चीज स्टार्टिंग से होती है, स्टार्ट ऑफ द पीरियड से होती है, देन वी विल से इट इज बेसिकली एन्युटी ड्यू. लेकिन अगर वो एंड से होगा देन इट विल बी रेगुलर. So let's do some question based on this. Ruhani is asking text plus minus calculator. See, text plus is not useful for us. So if it is available for you, that is no problem. But yes, text calculator is not required. The main thing which is required in your calculator is GT button. GT means gross total button. This should be there. ये होना कंपलसरी है बिकॉज बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन होंगे जिसमें हम जीटी काम में लेंगे एंड आज की क्लास में जीटी का यूज आपको समझ में आएगा, right? So it is better to use that calculator which is having GT function and also the basic memory function like M plus, M minus, MRC. ये सारे बेसिक बटन्स आपके होने चाहिए. That is sufficient for us. Okay, so let us begin with example number 28. Z invest. Okay, Z means let's say Zoya. Zoya invests rupees 10,000 every year. Now she is investing rupees 10,000 every year starting from today. Now question will not use the language annuity due or annuity regular. You have to understand whether it is annuity or not. If it is annuity, that is due or regular, ये आप ही को समझना पड़ेगा. तो जैसे ही आपने ये वर्ड देखा every year, एवरी ईयर से आपको क्या समझ आया कि दिस इज एन्युटी। अगर एवरी ईयर नहीं होता, मतलब उसने सिर्फ एक बार डिपॉजिट किया है, तो उस पर सिंपल या कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट आप निकालोगे एज पर द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ क्वेश्चन। बट जैसे ही वर्ड यूज हुआ एवरी ईयर, इट डिनोट्स एन्युटी। तो रीडिंग क्वेश्चन वेरी केयरफुली इज इंपॉर्टेंट। तो क्वेश्चन को बड़े ध्यान से आपको पढ़ना है। देन लिखा है स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम टुडे, आज से शुरुआत करनी है। इट मींस एन्युटी ड्यू और एन्युटी इमीडिएट। नाउ व्हाट इज द टेन्योर? टेन्योर गिवन है आपको 10 इयर्स, so this is the time period. Now interest is, rate of interest is 8% per annum and compounding is done annually. तो जब भी एनुअली है तो आपको टाइम को कन्वर्ट नहीं करना है, रेट को भी कन्वर्ट नहीं करना है, सो इट विल बिकम वेरी इजी। सो वी कैन राइट n, n will be 10 and rate, that is I, will be 0.08. Okay, now we can substitute the value in this formula. Future value is equal to, annuity is 10,000, then 1.08 to the power of 10 minus 1 divided by 0.08. And then now you can put the bracket and multiply by 1.08. So this you have to do. Now, some value is given in the question. 1.08 to the power of 10. This is already given in the question. You can use this value. If it is not given, we already know how to find this power 10. Okay. But when it is given, use the value as it is. So 2.1589. 10,000. 2.15892500 minus 1 upon 0.08 multiplied by 1.08. Now you have to solve this completely on your calculator and let me know what answer you are getting. Okay. So Ananya has given the answer, Prem, Mehak, everybody has given the answer, which is 1,56,454. Yes, 156,454.87. So this is your correct answer. Okay. So in this way, you can calculate future value of annuity due. Understood, everybody? So this is clear now. Example number 28. Now we have to move towards present value. Present value. तो थोड़ा सा इस पैराग्राफ को समझ लेते हैं to prepare our basics, and then we will be starting with our questions. So we had read that future value means it is tomorrow's value of today's money. जो आज हमारे पास पैसा है उसकी वैल्यू फ्यूचर में क्या होने वाली है। अगर आज मेरे पास 100 रुपीज का नोट है और मैं उस 100 रुपीज को इन्वेस्ट करता हूं फॉर 1 ईयर, and after that 1 year I am getting 110. So that 110 is basically the future value. Okay. So if I am investing 100 rupees today and after 1 year I am receiving 110. So this 110 is known as future value, and this 100 rupees is nothing but the present value. तो जो हमने आज इन्वेस्ट किया है that is present, and जो हमें फ्यूचर में मिलेगा that is future value. All right. So if 100 is not given to us in this situation, अगर आपको 100 लिखा हुआ नहीं है, सिर्फ क्या पता है, रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट पता है कि लाइक रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इज 10% and future value is 110, and then you have to find out the present value. तो फिर हम कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे ये आपको समझना है। ऑलराइट, आई रिपीट यहाँ पे कि अगर आपको प्रेजेंट वैल्यू गिवन नहीं है, सिर्फ क्या गिवन है, फ्यूचर वैल्यू, रेट गिवन है, टाइम इज आल्सो गिवन, देन यू कैन कैलकुलेट द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. So we can understand this with the formula of compound interest. Amount is equal to principal 1 plus I whole to the power of n. तो अगर हमने मनी को वन टाइम इन्वेस्टमेंट किया, that means it is not an annuity, we are investing the money only for one time. अगर हम सिर्फ एक बार इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, so this principal is nothing but the present value. इस प्रिंसिपल का मतलब क्या है, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू जो हम आज इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. Then 1 plus I is the normal rate, n is the time period, and जो हमें अमाउंट मिलने वाला है that is known as the future value. Okay, so this amount is regarded as future value and principal is regarded as the present value. तो अगर यहाँ से आपको प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करना है तो फिर हम क्या करेंगे, it is future value divided by 1 plus I to the power of n. Okay, so ये फॉर्मूला कहां से बना, with the help of compound interest. ये कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट से आपका फॉर्मूला डेवलप हुआ है, जनरेट हुआ है. ऑलराइट, so now what is the language saying here? We can say present value is today's value of money of tomorrow's money discounted at the interest rate. मतलब हमें क्या करना है, रिवर्स कैलकुलेशन करनी है, 110 से 100 तक पहुंचना है. पहले हमने क्या किया था, 100 हमारे पास था, 100 से हमने 110 को कैलकुलेट किया. अभी उल्टा करना, 110 is available, उससे 100 तक हमें जाना है. So this reverse calculation is nothing but the present value. So I think you have understood the basic meaning of present value. Now we can start with some basic questions. So here जो formula लिखा है that you can see now, this present value, P denotes present value, is equal to an divided by 1 plus I to the power of n. तो यही फॉर्मूला अभी हमने ऊपर लिखा था. The same formula applies here. So this formula is basically from compound interest. Now let us understand this. What is the present value of rupees 1 to be received after 2 years compounded annually at the rate of 10%? That means we will receive rupees 1 after 2 years. So what is the worth of rupees 1 today? आज उसकी वैल्यू क्या है ये आपको कैलकुलेट करके बताना है. So the simple formula is present value is equal to the future value divided by 1 plus I to the power of n. So present value is required. What is the future value? Future value is rupees 1. What is the rate? 10%. So we can write 0.10. Time is 2 years. Now you can solve this. You can solve this. How much you are getting? 1 divided by 1.1. So we are getting 0.8264. If you round off into 2 digits, it becomes 0.83. Now, there is one trick in solving this. इसको कैलकुलेटर पे कैसे सॉल्व करना है? Just do 1 divided by 1.1 and then press equal to for 2 times. Power is 2, press equal to 2 times. यहाँ पर आपको 1 time कम press नहीं करना है because it is division. So if power is 2, equal to will also be 2 times. So 1 divide 1.1 equal to you will get power 2. Okay. So this is the easiest method to calculate the present value. So this was basically example number 29 and I think this is very easy till now. So at present, this question is not at all annuity. अभी यहाँ पे annuity नहीं है, अभी हम सिर्फ present value की बात कर रहे हैं. Let's do 30 example also. Find the present value. तो यहां से क्या पता लगा, आपको प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करना है ऑफ रुपीज 10,000 टू बी रिक्वायर्ड आफ्टर 5 years. तो 10,000 कब मिलेगा? 5 years के बाद. So this is future value. 5 years क्या है? This is the tenure, that is N. And if the interest rate is 9%, rate of interest कितना हो गया? 9%. All right. So let us apply the formula again. Present value equal to future value divide 1 plus I whole to the power of N. Now, in place of future value, you can write 10,000 divided by 1.09 to the power of N. N is 5. Now, this value is already given in the question. Substitute the value and you will get the answer. So 10,000 upon 1.5386. You are getting 6499.4. Yes. So this is your answer. So in this way, you can easily calculate your answer. All right. Understood, everybody? Now, the next one. Now, if we introduce annuity with present value, अब जब दोनों साथ में आ जाते हैं, तो हमें क्या करना? So now we will understand this thing. Present value of annuity regular. So an example is given here that your mom promises you to give rupees 1,000 on every 31st December for next 5 years. तो अगले 5 सालों तक आपको पॉकेट मनी मिलने वाली है. कब मिलेगी? 31st December को. That is end of the period. Period के end में मिलेगा. And today is what? Today is 1st January. The question is given to us. Now, how much money will you have after 5 years from now? तो अभी से 5 साल के बाद आपके पास कितना पैसा होगा? If you invest the gift of next 5 years at the rate of 10%. Okay? तो अगर आपने उसको 10% की रेट से इन्वेस्ट कर दिया तो उसकी वैल्यू क्या होगी? So let us calculate the present value based on this. So if you see how much you are receiving rupees 1,000 every year. So in 5 years, you will receive 5,000 rupees. But if you want to calculate the present value of this money, then how do we calculate? So first of all, we will write the gift amount. How much is the gift amount? 1,000 every year. So this is the gift amount. Now the point is, this 1,000 you are receiving after 1 year. That is at the end of 1 year. And from today, if you compare, what is the gap? Gap is of 1 year. So we can prepare a number line like today is 0 period and you are reaching here in the first year. In this first year, you are receiving rupees 1,000. Now, what is the value? What is the worth of this 1,000 today? So you have to move 1 year backward. तो आपको एक स्टेप पीछे जाना पड़ेगा, एक साल पीछे जाना पड़ेगा. तो उस एक साल की कैलकुलेशन कैसे करेंगे? So present value is equal to future value is 1,000 divided by 1 plus I and power 1 because 1,000 you are receiving after 1 year. So you can calculate how much you are getting. 909.09. This is the figure for first year. Now, the same thing happens for second year also. In second year also you receive 1000. Now what is the worth of this money today? इसकी worth आज क्या होगी? इसको आप कैसे calculate करेंगे? So present value is equal to 1000 divided by 1 plus 0.1 to the power of 2. This time you have to use power 2. Power 2 आपको use करना है. Why 2? Because this 1000 we are receiving after second year. So how much you are getting? 826.446. This is the amount for second year. Then comes again the third year. In third year also you receive 1000. So what is the value of this 1000? So present value equal to 1000 upon 1.1 to the power of 3. This you have to calculate, you get 751. Now you have to calculate for up to 5 years. Now after all these calculations, add the figures, you will get 3790.86. 3790.86. Now this method is quite lengthy, but we have to use the shortcut method. So let us understand the shortcut method also. Right? So let us understand how to do this question completely on the calculator. So let us understand the trick. First of all, bring 0 on the screen of your calculator. Bring 0 and memory में कुछ भी नहीं होना चाहिए. मेमोरी पुरानी सारी इरेज कर दें. Okay? पुरानी मेमोरी में कुछ भी नहीं होना चाहिए. Now what you have to do? First of all, type 1 divided by 1.1. Done till here. 1 divide 1.1 and now press equal to. How many times? 5 times, because it is 5 years. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I am doing on the screen. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have done 5 times. Now what we have to do? Press GT button. So there is one GT button on your calculator. Press that GT button. Okay. After pressing GT, you will get this figure. This is 3.79 something. Now what you have to do? Multiply by 1000, because every time you are receiving 1000. Multiply by 1000. What is the answer we are getting? 3790. So this is your present value. That's it. So in this way, you can easily calculate your result. Okay. This is the GT method, that is the gross total method, and this is very, very easy. Within 20 seconds, you can solve this complete question. Okay. So this GT means gross total. This GT means gross total. Now, how this concept is working, let me explain you that also, and then we will be practicing. So year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what is the amount? Amount is 1000 for every year. Then, what we are basically doing, we are calculating present value factor with a given rate. The rate given was 10%. So how do we calculate this present value factor? This is calculated by 1 divided by 1.1. As soon as you divide this, 1 divide 1.1 and press equal to. First equal to give the value of first year, that is 0.9090. Pressing second equal to will give you the figure for second year, 8264. Then you press third equal to, you get the value of third year, 0.7513. Next equal to will give you the fourth figure, 6830. and next equal to again will give you the fifth value, that is 0.6209. Okay, so till here we have done, and the last step is to find the present value. So amount and present value factor, we have to do multiplication. After multiplying, you get 909.09, then 826.4, 751.3, 683.0, 620.92, and if you add, you will get the same answer, 3790. Okay, but what is our shortcut? Our shortcut is we have added all these on the calculator. हमने सारे present value factor को calculator पे ही add कर लिया, and we got 3.790. Then in 5 में से 1000 is common, you have taken 1000, and now 1000 multiplied by this, you are getting the result. तो therefore इस पूरी टेबल को हमें फॉर्म नहीं करना है, वी हैव टू सॉल्व ओनली बाय यूजिंग अवर कैलकुलेटर. So Gia is asking which company calculator you are using. See, there are multiple options, Orped, Citizen, Casio, anyone you can have. But the calculator जिसकी बॉडी थोड़ी सी स्ट्रॉन्ग मजबूत हो, जो 4 बार आपकी टेबल से भी गिर जाए बट उस पर कुछ अफेक्ट ना हो, ऐसा कैलकुलेटर आपको लेना है. प्लस उसमें जीटी बटन, मेमोरी फंक्शंस होनी चाहिए, राइट? So especially don't use those calculator which are very cheap, like which looks cheap, which are and जो 100 to से 200 रुपीस का नॉर्मली आता है, उसकी बॉडी वीक रहती है. एग्जाम हॉल में गलती से बाय मिस्टेक आपकी टेबल से कैलकुलेटर गिर गया एंड अगर वो ब्रेक हो गया तो फिर आप क्या करोगे, वहां पे कोई ऑप्शन नहीं रहेगा. तो इट इज बेटर टू यूज गुड कंपनी कैलकुलेटर. वो 2-4 बार गिर भी जाए उसका कोई असर नहीं होता है. ओके, सो मेनली कैशो इज द गुड वन. और ऐसे कैलकुलेटर लें जो प्राइसिंग है अराउंड 4 to 500 600 एंड उनका बॉडी आप अच्छे से देख लिए, चेक कर ली, दैट शुड बी गुड. ओके, Krishna Patel is asking why we are doing 1 upon 1.1, because the formula is 1 upon 1 plus I whole to the power of n and I is 0.1, इसीलिए हम 1 डिवाइड बाय 1.1 कर रहे हैं. ओके कृष्णा, so let us have some practice for this GT calculation, okay, so that we become pro in this. तो इस GT कैलकुलेशन में, इस शॉर्टकट ट्रिक में आपको प्रो बनना ही पड़ेगा, बिकॉज एग्जाम में ये क्वेश्चन आता ही आता है. So let's do some practice. Annuity is given this time 5,000. The rate is 8% per annum and time is 4 years. Time 4 years. So calculator पे क्या करना है? 1 divide by 1 plus rate. So it becomes 1.08. Now time is 4 years. So press equal to for 4 times. 4 times आपने equal to press किया. Now next step is GT button. After GT, multiply by 5,000. You will get the answer. Okay. So let's try and let me know the answer. So how much is the answer? Om Gupta has given the answer 16,560. Komal Preet has also got the same answer, 16,560. 16560. Then Mr. Naresh Katkar is asking why we are using GT. See, GT is used for this total. इस पूरे का टोटल करने के लिए हम GT को यूज करते हैं. सो इसका टोटल आपके पास आ गया एंड आफ्टर दिस टोटल वी आर मल्टीप्लाइंग बाय 5,000. Okay. Rohit is asking where we get more questions of TBM. See, for simple interest, compound interest, I have already given you questions on the application, and now today I will be giving you questions for annuity also. Okay. So those who have not yet attended, you can start doing practice from today also. Okay, now those students who are not having GT button in the calculator, they might have some difficulty. So they have to do some extra efforts now. What extra effort is required? So type 1 divided by 1.08, press equal to, and after this equal to, you have to use M plus. Then again, press equal to M plus. Third equal to third M plus. Fourth equal to fourth M plus. And now you have to press MRC button. And MRC multiply by 5000, you will get the answer. तो इस ट्रिक में आपको 4 बटन्स एक्स्ट्रा प्रेस करने हैं. कौन से? इट इज मेमोरी बटन्स. तो 4 बटन्स आपने एक्स्ट्रा प्रेस किए, ये सारी वैल्यू कहां चलेगी? मेमोरी में, और उस मेमोरी को आपने प्रेस किया, यू विल गेट द रिजल्ट. ओके. Ananya is asking how to avoid silly mistakes. See, giving more and more tests, जितनी ज्यादा आप प्रैक्टिस टेस्ट देंगे, उतनी ज्यादा आपकी silly mistakes कम होती चली जाएगी. So that is why I am giving you many practice tests. But very few people are attending. अगर आप ज्यादा अटेंड करेंगे तो उसका बेनिफिट आपको मिलेगा. All right. So let's try one more. Annuity is this time 20,000. Rate is 12% per annum. Time is 5 years. Now you have to find out the present value. Yes, anybody with the answer? Hardly you have to give 15 to 20 seconds and answer will be on the calculator. Yes, come on everyone. What is the correct answer? $72,095.5. Yes. So many people have given the answer. 1 divided by 1.12, press equal to for 5 times. Then GT multiply by 20,000 and you get 720955. So this is the answer. So in case अगर किसी के कैलकुलेटर में ट्रिक काम नहीं कर रही है, it is better to change the calculator now. अभी change कर ले तो बहुत better रहेगा. Yes, so this time most of you have got the answer. That great, that commendable. So Uttam has given the answer. Uttam, Gagan, Mohammed Shoaib, Dhananya, Kushal, Nazia, Prem, Yash, Pratyush, Bhumika, Aniket, Chatterjee, Chandna, Chavi, Janvi, Bhumika, Maurya, then Gunjan, Venkat Lakshmi, Mridalika, Parvati, Krishnam, Priyanshu, Darvish, Leeladhar, Jignesh, Komalpreet, Varun, then Gunjan, Anshika, great. Apurva, most of you have given the answer. That's great. So now this is understood. Now let's move towards some of the examples. 31. Now, this 31 says, S borrows rupees 5 lakh to buy a house. S ने borrow किया है कितना? 5,000 to buy a house. If he pays equal installment for 20 years. अब वो क्या कर रहा है? Equal installment पे कर रहा है. That is annuity. And 10% is the rate of interest on outstanding balance. What will be EMI? That is annual installment. क्या होगी ये आपको बताना है. So it is very easy. कैसे सॉल्व करना है? Let us do. Now first of all, जब भी लोन की बात आती है, understand this very carefully. जब भी लोन की बात आती है तो लोन हम कब ले रहे हैं? अभी ले रहे हैं, आज ले रहे हैं. तो लोन इज इक्विवेलेंट टू प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. उस लोन का मतलब क्या है? लोन मीन्स नथिंग बट द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. तो 5 लाख का लोन लिया है, तो दिस 5 लाख इज द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. नोट दिस डाउन, बहुत काम आएगा आपके ये बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन में. जो भी आपके केस बेस्ड क्वेश्चन होंगे वहां पर ये काम में आने वाला है. सो लोन मीन्स प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. Then rate of interest is 10%. So I is 10%. Time is 20 years. And what will be equal annual installment? So equal annual installment आपको calculate करना है. Now see what was the formula basically. हमने starting में क्या formula लिखा? Present value is equal to A means annuity. You can write this down. Divided by हमने लिखा था 1 plus I to the power of n. नाउ इसके आगे हम क्या लगा देंगे? सिग्मा, बिकॉज दिस इज एन्युटी. जब एन्युटी नहीं था तो हमारा फॉर्मूला था प्रेजेंट वैल्यू इक्वल टू फ्यूचर वैल्यू डिवाइड बाय 1 प्लस आई, दैट्स इट. बट जैसे ही ये एन्युटी बना तो हमने क्या किया? नीचे सिग्मा लगा दिया. एंड वी आर डूइंग दिस कैलकुलेशन सिंपली ऑन द कैलकुलेटर. पूरा काम हम कहाँ करेंगे? ऑन द कैलकुलेटर. तो अब इसको कैसे सिंप्लीफाई करना है? लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड दैट. तो इस फॉर्मूले को हम भूल जाते हैं. हम सिर्फ क्या करेंगे? हमारी कैलकुलेटर की ट्रिक को अप्लाई करेंगे. तो हाउ टू अप्लाई दैट ट्रिक? So first of all, calculate this value 1 divided by 1.1. Why 1.1? Because rate is 10%. So 1 divided by 1.1 and then time is 20 years. So press equal to how many times? 20 times. Press equal to for 20 times. 1 divided by 1.1 and then press equal to for 20 times. And at last प्रेस जीटी. बाद में लास्ट में क्या प्रेस करना है? आपको जीटी प्रेस करना है. लेट्स डू दिस. So how much you are getting? 8.51356. After pressing GT, the value which is available on the screen is 8.51356. Now अब इस वैल्यू को क्या करना है? Now press M plus button. अभी आपको ये वैल्यू मेमोरी में डाल देंगे. कहाँ डालेंगे? मेमोरी में. तो यूज M plus button. Now what is the next step? Right, type the present value which is given in the question. कितना लोन लिया था? 5 lakh divided by MRC and now press equal to sign. So 5 lakh divided by MRC and then press equal to sign. You will get the answer. Okay. So how much you are getting? 58,729.8. So Rohit is asking application में कहाँ से मिलेगा? See, in application there is batch in which you are registered and in that batch there is one tab of test. उस टेस्ट के टैब में आपको प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस सारे मिल जाएंगे. Okay. Also they are available in study mat folder also. Study material नाम का भी एक folder है, वहां पर भी आपको टेस्ट क्वेश्चंस अवेलेबल है. Okay. So now in this question, whenever you have to calculate EMI, जब भी आपको EMI calculate करना है, so what is the trick? 1 divide by 1 plus I, then press equal to according to number of years, then GT. After GT, use M plus button. Okay. All right. Then present value divided by MRC, press equal to, you will get the answer. So all this can be done simply on your calculator. No need to write anything. So this complete lengthy question can be solved on the calculator. Okay. So let's have some practice based on this. Now this time loan amount is rupees 10 lakhs. Tenure is 10 years and rate is 15%. 10 lakhs, 10 years and the rate is 15%. Now you have to simplify this according to the formula for EMI. So what is the first step? 1 divided by 1.15. 1 divided by 1.15 and then press equal to. How many times? 10 times. You have to press equal to for 10 times. Then next step is GT. After GT, apply M plus. Then next step is 10 lakh divided by MRC and press equal to. You will get the answer. 10 lakh divide MRC and you will get the answer. So how much is the answer? 1,99,252. Om and Anand has given the answer. Anybody else with the answer? 1,99,252. Yes, some more answers are there. Ananya is saying 2310. That is wrong. Prem Komal has given the correct answer. Then Janvi has given correct. Shavi, Bhumika, Priyanshu, Varun. Okay, all these are correct. Yes, so most of you have given the correct answer. That's perfect. So it is always better to use this method in case of EMI. Whenever you have to calculate EMI, you can apply this method. Now, in this question, if let's say EMI is given to you, if installment is given, that is 1,99,252, and time is given 10 years, rate is given 15%, and you have to calculate the loan amount. Loan amount means the present value you have to calculate. Then what you have to do? The process which we have done just before EMI. तो जो प्रोसेस जो स्टेप हमने EMI से पहले किया था as it is वही आपको फॉलो कर लेना है. You will get your answer. Okay. So in that case हम वहां पे क्या करेंगे? 1 divided by 1.15. Press equal to how many times? 10 times. Then GT multiply by 1,99,252. You will get the answer 10 lakhs. All right. So अगर EMI given है, we can calculate loan. Loan given है, then we can calculate EMI. Okay. So Kailash is asking, does go to button is allowed in exam? So it is having no use. So it doesn't matter whether it is on your calculator or not. But the main thing is GT, that is gross total button. Okay. So let's practice some more examples. 32. 5,000 is paid every year for 10 years to pay off a loan. Now, since it is every year, so it denotes annuity. So 5,000 is the amount for annuity. Tenure is 10 years. This is the time period. What is the loan amount if rate of interest is 14%? So I is 14%. Compounding is done on annual basis. Okay, compounding is done on annual basis. So this time, loan amount you have to calculate. The same thing which we are doing. Present value is equal to annuity figure, that is 5,000, and then multiply by the value. So you have to calculate the value for 14% and how many years? 10 years. So how to calculate this value? Simply on calculator, 1 divided by 1.14, press equal to how many times? 10 times. And then press GT button. You will get this on your calculator. So 1 divide 1.14, press equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. After that, press GT button. How much we are getting? 5.2161. This we are getting 5.2161. So 5,000 multiplied by 5.2161. You will get 26,080. 26,080. This is your answer. So this is your loan amount. So let's practice some more. 33. Buy bought a TV costing rupees 13,000 by making a down payment of 3,000. So cost of TV is 13,000. This is the cost. Then what is the down payment? Down payment is 3,000. After this 3,000, what is the 10,000? This becomes the loan amount. So this much loan the person has taken and agreeing to make equal annual payment for 4 years. So what is the tenure? Tenure is 4 years. How much would be each payment if interest rate is 14%? So rate of interest is 14% compounded annually. So what is given in the question? Present value is given, time is given, rate is given. Okay. So now you can find the answer. How to calculate? Let's do once again. 1 divided by 1.14. Press equal to 4 times. After that, GT and then GT multiply by, use GT, and after this GT, you have to use M plus button. जैसे ही GT आपने प्रेस किया, GT के बाद क्या यूज करना है? M plus button. Now, what is the last step? 10,000 divided by MRC. You will get the result on your screen. Okay, 10,000 divided by MRC, and you will get the result as 3,432. So this will be your EMI, equal annual installment. All right. So this was basically example number 33. So here we have done the topic present value of annuity regular. Now, in case it is present value of annuity due or annuity immediate, then we have to use one additional step. Just one additional step, rest everything will be same. All right. So let us begin with this example number 34. Suppose you get a gift of rupees 10,000 every year starting from today. Since it is from today, आज से शुरू हो रहा है, that means it is annuity due. This is annuity due. For next 5 years, so your tenure is 5, time is 5 years. And you deposit this amount in a bank, and when you receive, the rate is 10% per annum. So rate is also given to you 10%. Then find out the present value. So simply you have to calculate the present value. So what is the first step? The first step is to calculate the present value according to the regular method. After that, we will be converting into immediate. Okay. So what is the annuity figure? Annuity figure is 10,000 because you are receiving this figure every year. Tenure, that is time period, is 5 and rate I is 10%, so 0.1. What is the present value? So PV is required. Present value is required. So let's calculate. 1 divided by 1.1, press equal to how many times? 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, press GP button and then multiply by 10,000. Okay. GT multiply by 10,000. Now, as soon as you do this, you are getting 10,000 multiplied by 3.16987. So it becomes 31,698.70. But this is the value. This is the value according to present value of annuity regular. Now convert this. You have to convert this. Then for conversion, what additional we have to do? So let us understand this. Till here, everyone has done or not? Ananya has given the answer 41,698. That's correct. Chandana is saying M after step, which is what is M after step? We are not using M, we are using GT button. So use GT, do not use any other thing. Pragat is asking, can you please tell me whether we have to solve additional question bank or not? Yes, we have to solve additional question bank also. Okay. So in case of any doubt, I will be sharing you solution of those additional question bank also on the application. Okay. So all those people who are connected on the app, I will be sharing you the solution of additional question bank also. All right. Okay. So now let's calculate this 1 divided by 1.1 and then do the calculation. So how much you are getting? So here you are not getting this figure. You are getting how much? 1 divided by 1.1, press equal to 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then GT. You are getting 3.79078. So after multiplication, what is the result? 37907.8. So this is basically till here it is present value of annuity regular. Now you have to convert this into annuity immediate. So for conversion of annuity immediate, multiply with 1 plus I. So 1 plus 10% is 1.1. So multiply this with 1.1. You will get the answer 41,698.7. Okay, 41,698.7. So this is the easiest way to solve the question. So no need to get confused. Just we have done the regular method what we are doing. पहले स्टेप में आपको क्या करना है? प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ एन्युटी रेगुलर कैलकुलेट करना है. उसके बाद मल्टीप्लाई बाय 1 प्लस आई. As soon as you multiply with 1 plus I, you get the answer of present value of annuity due. तो आपका रिजल्ट ड्यू वाला आ जाएगा. ओके, understood everyone? Kavi is asking what is the application name. See, I have told you many times. It is Student Clinic. Okay, the Students Clinic. This is the name of application. Demelo says, please repeat the previous question. Okay. See, in this question, what was given to us? Annuity. Because every time we are receiving 10,000, so annuity is 10,000. Time period is 5 years. Rate is 10%. What was the change starting from today? So it is annuity due. So first thing is calculate present value of annuity regular. So first we are calculating regular. So 1 divided by 1.1, press equal to for 5 times, then GT. After GT, multiply with 10,000. So you are getting 37,907.8. This is regular. Now for conversion into due, multiply with 1 plus I. So after multiplying this, you are getting 41,698.7. Okay. So now everyone has understood. Next is sinking fund. The next one is sinking fund. So example number 35. How much amount is required to be invested every year to accumulate rupees 3 lakh at the end of 10 years if interest is compounded annually at 10%? So what is required? How much amount is required to be invested every year? So annuity is required to accumulate 3 lakh. So this is the total figure. So this is basically the value, the total value, the gross value at the end of 10 years, and interest is compounded at the rate of 10%. So again, the same method you can apply or not. So now this time, this 3 lakh is present value or future value. This you have to understand. So this 3 lakh we will be receiving at the end of 10 years. At the end of 10 years. So this 3 lakh is basically the future value. So since future value is given, you have to apply the formula for future value. So annuity, then bracket 1 plus I whole to the power of n minus 1 upon I. Now in this, substitute the value 3 lakh equal to annuity, then 1.1 to the power of 10 minus 1 and then divide by 0.1. Simplify this, you will get the answer. So let's calculate 1.1 to the power of 10. Then minus 1 and then divided by 0.1. So 3 lakh equal to A multiplied by 15.93742. Now divide. So you are getting the answer 18,823.62. This is the figure. So in this way, you can calculate your annuity. All right. So this is question number 35. So now let's have a break of 5 minutes, and after that, we will be continuing with the remaining questions. And this chapter will get completed today. Okay. So now application based question. So these are the few questions which are based on all these applications which we have covered now. That is the present value, future value. So let us begin with the leasing first. So what is the meaning of the term leasing? तो लीजिंग जो वर्ड है ये कहां से डिराइव हुआ है? इट इज डिराइव फ्रॉम द वर्ड लीज. जब भी हम कोई चीज किराए पर लेते हैं, दैट इज रेंट पर लेते हैं, इट इज रिगार्डेड एज लीजिंग. तो लीजिंग में देयर आर टू बेसिक पार्टीज. वन इज लेसर, दैट इज द ओनर ऑफ द एसेट. जिस पर्सन के पास में एसेट है, जो उसका ओनर है, दैट इज नोन एज द लेसर. तो लेसर क्या करेगा? अपनी एसेट को रेंट आउट करेगा, किराए पे देगा. किसको? लेसी को. तो यूज एसेट. अब क्योंकि लेसी एसेट का यूज कर रहा है, एसेट क्या होगी? डेप्रिशिएट होगी. सो फॉर दैट ही विल पे सम कंसिडरेशन. तो उसको कुछ कंसिडरेशन देना पड़ेगा. दैट इज नोन एज लीज रेंट, लीजिंग रेंट. सो नाउ ये जो भी हम लीजिंग एग्रीमेंट परफॉर्म करेंगे, इट इज फेवरेबल और नॉट. दिस वी हैव टू डिसाइड कि जो लीजिंग एग्रीमेंट क्वेश्चन में गिवन है वो हमारे लिए फेवर में है या नहीं है. तो क्वेश्चन किसके पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से है? लेसर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से है, और इट इज फ्रॉम द लेसी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. दिस यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड फर्स्ट एंड देन यू शुड आंसर. So question number 36. ABC Limited wants to lease out an asset. ABC को अपनी एसेट लीज पे देनी है, रेंट पे देनी है. उस एसेट की जो कॉस्ट, दैट इज रुपीज 3,60,000 for a 5-year period. Tenure is 5. And what is the rent amount? Rent amount is 1,05,000 per annum, payable annually, starting from end of the first year. ईयर के एंड से स्टार्ट करना है. तो ईयर के एंड से स्टार्ट करना है. सो इट इज एन्युटी ड्यू और एन्युटी रेगुलर. So it will be annuity regular because it is starting from the end of the year. Rate of interest is 14% per annum, compounded annually. So is this agreement favorable or not? तो ये आपको बताना है कि फेवरेबल है या नहीं. So now how you have to think of? हमें लेसर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से सोचना है. So lesser means the owner of the asset. तो अगर हम इस एसेट को परचेज करते हैं, देन लेसर को आज स्पेंड करना पड़ेगा कितना? 3,60,000. लेसर अगर आज एसेट को परचेज करता है, देन ही हैव टू पे रुपीज 3,60,000. सो व्हाट इज द बेनिफिट इन रिटर्न? बेनिफिट ये है कि उसको फर्स्ट ईयर से लेकर के 5th ईयर तक कितना अमाउंट मिलेगा? 1,05,000. हर साल 1,05,000 रुपए मिलेंगे. नाउ अब इन दोनों को हम कंपेयर कैसे करें? आर दीज टू कंपेरेबल और नॉट? So these are not comparable. Why so? Because this is 3,60,000. This figure is for today, whereas 1,05,000 belongs to 1 to 5 years. So these two are not comparable because time is not same. So in case to make them comparable, we have to find out the present value. हमें क्या कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा? जो भी बेनिफिट हमें मिल रहा है 5 सालों में, उसकी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कितनी है. अगर उस बेनिफिट की प्रेजेंट वैल्यू 3,60,000 से ज्यादा है तो वो प्रॉफिटेबल है, और अगर 360 से कम है देन इट इज नॉट प्रॉफिटेबल. तो फिर वो प्रॉफिटेबल नहीं है. तो हम क्या करेंगे? प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करेंगे. सो लेट अस कैलकुलेट प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ रेंट. सो व्हाट इज द रेट? The rate is 14% and time is 5 years. So 1 divided by 1.14, same method, same formula. Time 5 years है, press equal to for 5 times. Then what is the next step? GT. And after GT, multiply by 1,05,000. Okay. So let's do this on the calculator. So we are getting 3,60,473. 3,60,473. So it is more than the purchase value. जितने में हमने परचेज किया उससे ज्यादा का बेनिफिट मिल रहा है, तो इट इज फेवरेबल फॉर द लेसर, हेंस लेसर शुड परचेज द एसेट। तो लेसर को एसेट परचेज कर लेनी चाहिए, सो इट इज बेनिफिशियल। ऑलराइट, so this is according to lesser and it is favorable. All right, so in this way you have to solve the question. Now 37, let's read the question, what it's saying. A company is saying proposal of purchasing a machine either by making full payment of rupees 4,000. तो फर्स्ट ऑप्शन क्या है, मशीन को परचेज करना है और परचेज करेंगे तो पूरा पैसा देना पड़ेगा, कितना, 4 लाख रुपए। सेकंड ऑप्शन है टू लीज द मशीन फॉर 4 years, हम 4 साल के लिए रेंट पे ले लेते हैं। तो व्हाट इज द रेंट, रेंट इज रुपीज 1250, 1250 रुपीज फॉर 1 year। सो व्हाट कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन इज प्रेफरेबल, तो दोनों में से कौन सा बेनिफिशियल है ये आपको बताना है। व्हेन रेट इज 14% एंड टाइम वाज 4 years, टाइम वाज 4 years। So let's compare. First option, now you have to see according to lessee, because lessee is taking the asset on lease, वो रेंट पे ले रहा है। तो कौन सा ऑप्शन सस्ता है, here we have to see that if he purchase, तो आज कितना देना पड़ेगा, 4,000, एंड इफ ही लीज तो उसको कितना देना पड़ेगा, 1 से लेके 4 years तक। फॉर एवरी ईयर you have to pay rupees 1250. Now these two are not comparable at present. कंपेयर करने के लिए आपको क्या फाइंड करना पड़ेगा, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू। तो लेट अस कैलकुलेट द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू। तो प्रेजेंट वैल्यू 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 1.14 प्रेस इक्वल टू हाउ मेनी टाइम्स, 4 times, then GT multiply by 1250. So let's do this on the calculator. So how much is the present value, 3640. So अगर हम रेंट पे करते हैं तो रेंट का प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कितना आता है, 3642। बट इफ वी परचेज द एसेट तो हमारे लिए कॉस्ट कितनी आती है, 4000। तो विच इज बेनिफिशियल, रेंट वाला ऑप्शन ज्यादा बेनिफिशियल है, हेंस ही शुड नॉट परचेज द एसेट, उसको एसेट परचेज नहीं करनी चाहिए, उसको रेंट पे लेना चाहिए। सो टेकिंग ऑन रेंट इज प्रेफरेबल, ऑप्शन इज प्रेफरेबल हियर, यहाँ पर लीजिंग ऑप्शन बेटर। ऑलराइट, now there is one more similar question based on this. A machine can be purchased for rupees 50,000. अगर हम मशीन को परचेज करते हैं तो मशीन की कॉस्ट है 50,000। अब मशीन से बेनिफिट भी मिलेगा, हाउ मच इज द बेनिफिट, 12,000 एवरी ईयर। कब तक मिलेगा, फॉर नेक्स्ट 5 years। कॉस्ट ऑफ बोरोइंग इज 10% कंपाउंडेड एनुअली। तो वेदर द मशीन शुड बी परचेज और नॉट, तो मशीन को परचेज करें या ना। So again the same calculation, if you purchase तो कितना देना पड़ेगा, 50,000 रुपीज। देन उसके अगेंस्ट में बेनिफिट कितना मिलेगा, सो फ्रॉम 1 to 5 years you are receiving 12,000 rupees. So let us calculate the present value first. So 1 divided by 1.1 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5. 5 times equal to press किया G and then multiply by 12,000. So let's see the benefit. How much is the benefit? So benefit we are getting is 45,489. 45,489 का बेनिफिट है, जबकि कॉस्ट कितनी आ रही है 50,000. सो इनफ्लोज इज बेसिकली लेस, इनफ्लो कम आ रहा है एंड आउटफ्लोज ज्यादा है. So there is a loss. So how much is the loss? We can calculate. It is 4510.5. This is loss. Okay. So 38 is done. Next is 39 is similar. I think you can do this. Then the next one, next topic is valuation of a bond. Now, if we invest in bond, then how to do the valuation? How to calculate the value of bond? Okay. An investor intends purchasing a 3-year rupees 1,000 par value bond. Now, concept is similar, formula is same, but how to solve, we will be understanding in this question. So, investor is investing in 1,000 par value bond. This is the face value, or you can say par value, having a nominal interest rate of 10%. तो हर साल कितना इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा 10%. तो 1,000 का 10% कितना हुआ 100 rupees. So investor will get rupees 100 every year as the interest. Investor को 100 रुपए का इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा every year. At what price the bond may be purchased now? तो हम बॉन्ड को कितने में परचेज करें? If it matures at par and investor required a rate of return of 14%. Okay. Now, understand this question carefully. पहले क्वेश्चन ने क्या बोला? Rate of interest. Rate of interest कितना है? 10% per annum. इस रेट पे इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. But इन्वेस्टर का रिक्वायर्ड रेट ऑफ रिटर्न कितना है? इन्वेस्टर का रिक्वायर्ड रेट ऑफ रिटर्न है 14%. अब हम सोचते हैं अगर यहाँ पे कि अगर बॉन्ड पे 10% का इंटरेस्ट मिल रहा है तो इन्वेस्टर को 14% का रिटर्न कैसे मिल जाए? हाउ इट इज पॉसिबल? ये तभी पॉसिबल है जब हम बॉन्ड को कम रेट में परचेज करें. जैसे 1,000 का बॉन्ड है, अगर आपने उसको 950 में ही परचेज कर लिया तो 50 रुपीज का वहां से एक्स्ट्रा बेनिफिट मिल गया. अगर आपने 900 में परचेज किया तो 100 रुपीज का एक्स्ट्रा बेनिफिट मिल गया. तो वो एक्स्ट्रा बेनिफिट मिला करके टोटल रिटर्न कितना होना चाहिए? 14%. ओके. सो RRR, ट्रिपल आर, दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड रेट ऑफ रिटर्न, ये चाहिए कितना? 14%. ये कैसे आएगा? 10% तो हमें इंटरेस्ट मिल जाएगा प्लस दूसरा बेनिफिट हमें चाहिए. दूसरा बेनिफिट का मतलब होगा बॉन्ड को हम थोड़ा सा कम रेट में परचेज करेंगे, तब जाकर के टोटल रिटर्न हमें मिलेगा 14%. So how to calculate this? So let us understand. First we will be writing years. कितना टेन्योर है? 3 years. Then we will write cash flow. Cash flow. Cash flow मतलब कितना कितना पैसा हमें मिलेगा. फर्स्ट ईयर में मिलेगा इंटरेस्ट, ओनली इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. 1,000 रुपीज का 10% कितना होता है? 100. सेकेंड ईयर में भी कितना मिलेगा? 100. थर्ड ईयर में भी 100 का इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. बट जैसे ही 3 इयर्स कंप्लीट हो जाएंगे, बॉन्ड में जो हमने 1,000 इन्वेस्ट किया है वो प्रिंसिपल वैल्यू भी हमें वापस मिल जाएगी. ओके. वो प्रिंसिपल वैल्यू भी आपको वापस मिल जाएगी. दैट मीन्स you will receive 100 for interest and 1,000 for principal. That means the total value will be 1,100. तो टोटल 1100 आपको पैसा मिलेगा। ओके, नाउ यू हैव टू फाइंड द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर, जो हमने स्टार्टिंग में क्वेश्चन में किया था। प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर किस रेट से करना है? दिस यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल। आर रिक्वायर्ड रेट ऑफ रिटर्न से आपको पीवीएफ कैलकुलेट करना है। नाउ हाउ टू कैलकुलेट द पीवीएफ? 1 डिवाइड 1 प्लस आई। So 1 divided by 1.14. For first year, you are getting 0.87719. For second year, 76946. And for third year, it is 0.67497. Now multiply and get the result. So 87.719, 76.946. and 674.97. Now you can add all the three and get your result. So the final answer which you will get is 907.12. Okay. So in this way, you have to simplify. Understood, everyone? Raj is asking, how can I solve without GT? See, GT के बिना solve करोगे, it will become lengthy. You can use memory function, जैसा मैंने आपको ऊपर क्वेश्चन में बताया था, but it will become lengthy. So better है you purchase the calculator which is having GT. Okay. So anyone want to take the screenshot? You can take. So this is the question for bond. So 1000 का bond हमें कितने में परचेज करना पड़ेगा? 907 में परचेज करना पड़ेगा, so that we get the total benefit of 14%. Okay, so let me explain similar question once again, so that कोई doubt ना रहे. So let's take one more question. Par value of bond is rupees 1000, but rate of interest we are taking 8% and required rate of return is 10%. And let's take time 5 years. So years 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now you can write cash flow. How much you will be receiving? You will be receiving interest of 8%. So 1000 multiplied by 8% is 80 rupees. For first year, 80 for second, third, fourth, and then fifth. So 80 rupees for 5 years. And then in fifth year itself, you will receive the principal, that is 1000. Now you can write present value factor at the rate of 10%. So 1 divided by 1.1, press equal to. For first year, you are getting 0.909090. For second, it is 82644. For third year, 0.75131. For fourth year, 0.683013. Then for fifth one, 620921. And this 1000 we are receiving in fifth year itself. So we are using the fifth value only. Okay. Now you can multiply this present value 80 multiplied by 0.9090. You can simplify and get the result. Now If it is 5 years, now you can see that calculation will become quite lengthy. But if you want, all this can be done completely on the calculator. ये सब कुछ कैलकुलेटर में हो सकता है, बट उसके लिए आपको थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा. ओके, आपको थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा. कैसे करना है, आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग यू. आफ्टर दैट यू कैन रिवाइज फ्रॉम दिस वीडियो अगेन and then try some question by yourself, or I will be giving you some questions similar to this on the application. You can solve those similar questions by yourself and you will become pro. Okay. Now, if you multiply all this, you will get the answer. But now I am explaining you how you can do this completely on your calculator. आपको सिर्फ उतने ही बटन प्रेस करने हैं जो मैं आपको यहाँ लिखवा रहा हूँ, उससे ज्यादा नहीं करना है, उससे कम भी नहीं करना है. You will get the answer on your screen. Okay. See, 80 rupees is common for first 5 years. तो first 5 years का PV factor का हम टोटल करेंगे on calculator and सीधा multiply करेंगे 80 से. Okay. And after that इस 1000 वाले का simplification करेंगे. So let's do this. First step is 1 divided by 1.1. Press equal to for 5 times. Then GT button and multiply by 80. यहाँ तक किया आपने. 1 divided by 1.1. Press equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then GT and then multiply by 80. You are getting on the screen how much? 303.26. तो 80 के बाद आपको क्या करना है? You have to press M plus button. तो जो भी रिजल्ट आया उसको कहां डाल देना है? मेमोरी में. Alright. Now the next step. Again you have to do the same thing. 1 divided by 1.1. Press equal to for 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. बट GT प्रेस नहीं करना है बिकॉज हमें इस बार टोटल नहीं चाहिए, हमें 5th ईयर का फिगर चाहिए. 5th ईयर का फिगर कौन सा है? 0.620 वाला. नाउ मल्टीप्लाई दिस विद 1000 एंड देन पुट दिस इन मेमोरी बटन. पुट दिस इन मेमोरी बटन. तो आपने क्या किया? 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 1.1 इक्वल टू 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 टाइम्स. Multiply by 1000 and then put in the memory. Now press MRC button. You will get the answer. After pressing MRC, 924.18. 924.18. This is your answer. So in this way, you can completely solve on your calculator. पूरा की पूरा रिजल्ट आपका कैलकुलेटर पे आ जाएगा. No need to write anything on the paper. सब कुछ आपका यहाँ पे आ चुका है. Okay. So you have to do 1.1, not 1.08, because required rate of return is 10%. तो जो required rate है उसी से ही आपको डिवाइड करना है. Okay. Sneha says, thank you so much for the wonderful teaching. That's my pleasure. Okay, done. Then let's move on the next topic so that we can complete today. Now the next thing is perpetuity. Perpetuity का मतलब क्या है? Let us understand that. Perpetuity is an annuity. ये भी एक annuity है in which periodic payment or receipt begin on a fixed date, but it continue indefinitely. That means perpetually. ये एन्युटी तो है, बट एन्युटी कब तक चलेगी? अप टू इनफाइनाइट. एन्युटी कब तक चलेगी? अप टू इनफाइनाइट. तो उसको हम बोलते हैं परपेचुइटी. नाउ व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर दिस परपेचुइटी? द फॉर्मूला इज वेरी वेरी सिंपल. perpetuity is equal to R upon I. Perpetuity is equal to R upon I. So let's say कोई पर्सन अगर आपको कहता है कि I will pay you 50,000 every year. 50,000 आपको वो पे करेगा as a pension every year and rate of interest is 10%. Okay, तो आज आपको कुछ लमसम अमाउंट उसको पे करना है. Then how much we have to pay? The formula is R upon I. R means the return which we are getting 50,000 divided by rate 10%, that is 0.10. How much we are getting? 5 lakh. तो अगर आज आपने 5 लाख रुपीस डिपॉजिट किया है तो हर साल एवरी ईयर आपको कितने रुपए मिलेंगे? 50,000 रुपीस. कब तक? हर साल, इनडेफिनेटली, इनफाइनाइट ईयर्स तक. 5 साल भी नहीं, 10 साल भी नहीं, 20 साल भी नहीं, कंटिन्यूस मिलता रहेगा इनफाइनाइट टाइम पीरियड तक. दिस इज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ परपेचुइटी. तो उसके लिए आज आपको लमसम कितना डिपॉजिट करना है? 5 लाख रुपीस. सो मार्केट के अंदर आपने काफी सारे प्लान्स देखे होंगे, जैसे इंश्योरेंस कंपनी आजकल प्लान्स लेकर के आती है, पेंशन प्लान, रिटायरमेंट प्लान्स, जिसमें आज आपको लमसम डिपॉजिट करना है एंड फ्यूचर में वो आपको पेंशन देंगे इनफाइनाइटली. तो यहां पर वही कॉन्सेप्ट अप्लाई होता है. बट यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल व्हाइल अप्लाइंग दिस, बिकॉज अगर रिटर्न ईयरली है तो रेट भी ईयरली होगी. अगर रिटर्न मंथली है तो रेट भी आपका मंथली होना चाहिए. तो दोनों का ग्राउंड सेम होना चाहिए, दोनों सेम यूनिट के लिए होने चाहिए. Okay, so let's do 41. Ramesh wants to retire and receive 3,000 a month. Monthly कितना मिल रहा है उसको? 3,000. तो yearly कितना मिलेगा? Multiply by 12. Yearly he will receive 36,000. He wants to pass this monthly payment to future generation after his death. मतलब infinitely उसकी pension चलती रहे. He can earn interest at the rate of 8% compounded annually. So how much he need to set aside to achieve this perpetuity goal? तो आज उसको कितना पैसा डिपॉजिट करवाना पड़ेगा? So very perpetuity is equal to, अगर रेट ईयरली यूज कर रहे हैं देन आपको अमाउंट भी ईयरली यूज करना है. तो 36,000 डिवाइडेड बाय 8%. So just do this on the calculator. 36,000 divide 8 percentage. You will get the exact answer, 4,50,000. Okay. Akib is asking from where I can get the practice test. I have already told you, you can have the application, and on that application you will get the batch allotted, and in that batch you will get the practice questions. So present value is 4,50,000. Okay. Now there is one more thing. If we see that 50,000 अभी हमें मिल रहा है, आज की डेट में हमें लगता है 50,000 सफिशिएंट है, बट इन फ्यूचर हो सकता है 50,000 इज नॉट सफिशिएंट फॉर अस. सो वी नीड सम ग्रोथ इन आवर मनी. लाइक फर्स्ट ईयर 50,000 मिल जाए, नेक्स्ट ईयर उसमें 2% पैसा इंक्रीज होके मिले, फिर उसके भी नेक्स्ट ईयर में 2% ग्रोथ होके मिले. तो हर बार हमें इंक्रीमेंट चाहिए, इंक्रीज अमाउंट इज रिक्वायर्ड. तो फिर हमारा फॉर्मूला क्या बनेगा? परपेचुइटी इज इक्वल टू R upon I minus the growth rate. R divided by I minus T. So let's say 1 lakh rupees is required, rate is 10% and growth rate is 5%. हमें 5% की growth से पैसा चाहिए. To subtract this 5%. So 1 lakh divided by 0.05. And now see how much you are getting. 20 lakhs. Okay. So 1 lakh divided by 10% minus 5%. So let's try 42. Assuming that discount rate is 7% per annum. This is the rate. How much would you pay to receive rupees 50 growing 5% annually forever? तो पहले क्या लिखेंगे perpetuity equal to what is the return 50 rupees divided by rate is 7% 0.07 minus growth rate is 5% 0.05. So 50 divided by 0.02. How much we are getting? 2,500. 2,500 is the perpetuity. Okay. Subiksha is asking, past year exam paper are not available on the ICI website. Can you please tell from where we can get? See, I will be sharing you on the application itself. Okay. So the question based on simple interest, I will be sharing today, simple and compound interest, all the past questions. And then in like 1 to 2 days, I will be sharing other questions also from the past exam papers so that you can solve them as well. So this was question number 42. Now this is the same concept which we have covered previously, 43. So you can do it by yourself. Then the next one is CAGR, compound annual growth rate. Compound annual growth rate. That is the average growth rate we have to calculate for the company. So what is what is the method of calculating this average growth rate? That is CAGR, compound annual growth rate. So the formula is very simple. Final value divided by initial value, and then we have to perform nth root, and then minus 1. And then minus 1. This is the formula for CAGR. Final value divide by initial value, then perform nth root and minus 1. You will get growth rate. So let's do this with the example. Suppose the revenue of a company for 4 years are given. In 2013, the revenue was 100. Then 120, 116. At last, the final value is 210. Find CAGR. So let's apply the formula. Final value 210 divided by initial value is 100. Now put the nth root. Now, what is n here? It is very much important. What is n here? So see the gap from 13 to 14. It is 1 year completed. 14 to 15, second year. And 15 to 16, it is third year. So 3 years are completed. So we have to compare according to this. So how much is the gap? Or simply you can do one thing, 2016 minus 2013. You are getting 3. This can also be done. So 2016 minus 2013, you are getting 3. So you have to find the cubic root and then minus 1. So cube root of 2.1 and then minus 1. Now, we have already discussed the trick for cubic roots. So let's discuss once again how to calculate the cube root on calculator. The first step is write 2.1 on the calculator and press square root button. How many times? 12 times. 12 times is fixed. Okay. So 2.1, then root 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Second step is minus 1. Subtract 1. Then third step is we have to do cubic root. So divide by 3. divide by 3. Then fourth step is plus 1. So we have done plus 1. And then the last step is press multiply equal to, this is 1 time. Again, multiply equal to, this is 2 times. So you have to do this total 12 times. So multiply equal to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you are getting 1.28059. So 1.28059 minus 1. So what is the result? 0.28059. If you want to calculate into percentage, multiply by 100. So this is your exact answer. 28.059. This will be your exact answer. Okay, so 12 times is a fixed formula. This is not according to question, this is a fixed formula. So always it is 12 times. So this is completed. Now let's do some selective question from the exercise. So all these are compound interest. Let's do the question based on annuity. Question based on annuity. Seventh one. So let's do question number 7. A person bought a house paying rupees 20,000 cash down and 4,000 at the end of each year for 25 years. The cash down price is. So now you have to calculate the price. So in this question, 4,000 is the installment which we are paying. 4,000 is the installment, that is the annuity figure. Time is given 25 years and rate is 4%. So let us calculate the present value. So how to calculate the present value? We have already covered this. 1 divided by 1 rate and press equal to how many times? 25 times. So let's do this. So compute it. So after 25 times, oh, the rate is 5%, not 4%. You have taken the wrong figure here. Take 5%. So 1 divided by 1.05. Okay, done. And then press GT multiply by 4,000. So how much you are getting? 56,375. 56,375. Okay, this is the present value. Now, what is the requirement? The requirement is overall cost of the asset. So this is not exactly the cash down price. The question requires find the cost of the house. So this is the present value. Now add the cash down payment which he has made. The total amount will be 76,375. This is your answer. सो इस क्वेश्चन में बेसिकली रिक्वायरमेंट क्या थी, आपको हाउस की कॉस्ट कैलकुलेट करनी है। उसमें से हमने कैश डाउन पेमेंट दे दिया था कितना 20,000, रिमेनिंग इंस्टॉलमेंट है, तो सारी इंस्टॉलमेंट का आपने क्या निकाला प्रेजेंट वैल्यू प्लस उसमें ऐड कर दिया जो हमने कैश डाउन पेमेंट दिया था 20,000, सो यू गेट 76,375. So option number C is your answer. All right. Now let's do the eighth one. A man purchased a house valued at rupees 3 lakh. So the cost of house is given 3 lakhs. He paid 2 lakh at the time of purchase. Okay, this is already paid. What is balance? 1 lakh. Now balance he has to pay at the rate of 12%, compounding half yearly in 20 equal half yearly installments. So this 1 lakh is to be paid under installment system. Now, how many installments are given? 20 half yearly installments. So time period is already converted into half years. Okay, time is already converted into half years. Now we have to convert the rate into half year. 12% is per annum. So 12 divided by 2, it will become 6%. So rate will be 6%. Now use 6% and calculate EMI. So EMI formula we have done, trick we have done. So you have to use this trick and solve. Come on, I'm waiting. You have to solve and answer the question. Done, everybody? So what was the trick? 1 divided by 1.06, press equal to how many times? 20 times. After that, GT and put this in the memory button. After using the memory function, 1 lakh divided by MRC and press equal to, you will get the answer 8,718.45. This is your answer. So option number A is correct. So Komal has given the answer and Anshika has also given. This is your correct answer. Om Gupta has also given the answer. So all the concepts, all the questions are done. So any doubt in question, we can take 1 or 2 questions now. So if there is doubt in any question, let me know. So let's take 1 to 2 questions. Ritu, Janvi, Saloni, everyone has also given the answer. So miscellaneous questions we have covered. So let's do some questions from exercise number C. So in exercise number C, let's do question number 3rd. A loan of rupees 10,000 is to be paid back in 30 equal installments. Rupees 10,000 is the loan amount, 30 equal installments, and rate is 4% per annum. Now you have to calculate the amount of each installment. That is EMI you have to calculate. Installment you have to calculate. So again the same concept, 1 divided by 1.04, press for 30 times. Then use GT button, M plus, now 10,000, divide MRC, you will get the answer 578.3. So option number C is correct. Option number C is correct. Then Janvi is asking for question number 5. 5 is basically based on future value of annuity. And formula is also given in the question. So just substitute the value and get the result. You can simply put the values of annuity A, time period 10, rate is 5, and you will get the result for future value. So it is basically the direct question. Raj Parikshit says there is no GT button. So I have already told you, get the calculator having GT button. It will save a lot of your time. Because the main challenge in examination is time constraint. So in exam, you are having 100 questions and then OMR sheet. So in that sheet, you have to fill the options. Like first question, 4 circles are there and you have to fill them completely. So this filling the circle will take a lot of time. Then second question, again, you have to fill the answer. So filling the circle properly will take your time. So around 10-15 minutes will go in filling the OMR sheet. So for 100 questions, practically 100 minutes are there. So 1 minute per question on an average. And in 1 minute, you can, if you have to solve, that means you should have all the tricks available and also the best possible calculator available. So don't like compromise with your calculator. Because अगर आप देखें practically बहुत से students मैंने देखा है उनके पास में फोन तो 20,000 का है किसी के पास 80,000 1 लाख के फोन है बट कैलकुलेटर में वो कंजूसी करते हैं 100 रुपीज का कैलकुलेटर परचेज कर लिया एंड एग्जाम में वो चलते चलते बंद हो गया गिर गया प्रॉब्लम आ गई तो वहां पर उनकी 6 मंथ वेस्ट हो जाते हैं तो आपको अपनी लाइफ के साथ में इतना बड़ा एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं करना है ऑलवेज यूज बेटर कैलकुलेटर आपके पास कोई मनी चैलेंज है तो डोंट बाय like costly phones buy better calculator because it will help you in your exams okay so 100 questions को पूरा complete करना it's a very challenging task in the examination so question number 5 from this D exercise Janvi has asked so let's do this last question for today the time by which a sum of money would triple itself at 8% per annum compound interest. So this is the question based on compound interest. And पैसा में क्या करना है triple करना है. So if principal is P, then amount is triple, that is 3P. So 3P is equal to principal 1 plus I, rate is 0.08 to the power of n. So time you have to calculate. P and P will get cancelled. So 3 is equal to 1.08 to the power of n. So now you have to find out the value of n. कि n की प्लेस पर आप क्या रखोगे जिससे आपका रिजल्ट 3 आ जाए. So you can check the options. What are the options? Options is 14.28, 14 and 12 years. So type 1.08 on the calculator, multiply and then equal to. First equal to will give you a square, second will give you cube. तो आपको कब तक इक्वल टू प्रेस करना है जब तक 3 के आसपास वाली वैल्यू नहीं आ जाए. So 1.08 multiply equal to, so power 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Power 14. When n is equal to 14, तो जब n 14 लिया है, power 14 लिया है, we are getting 2.937. And if n is equal to 15, we are getting 3.172. That means answer lies between 14 and 15. तो आंसर कहाँ लाई करेगा? 14 और 15 के बीच में. अब आपको एग्जैक्ट आंसर कैलकुलेट करना है, तो ये हमने पहले भी डिस्कस किया था. 14 ईयर प्लस 3 तक पहुंचना है minus 2.937 divided by the total difference. So you can simplify this and get the answer. So 14.28 years is your answer. Okay. So in this way, you can come finish up with this chapter. So my advice is to revise the complete chapter in next 2 days. Okay. It is better to revise in today and tomorrow, so that after that you can practice with the additional questions which I will be sharing you on the application. Also, I will be sharing the solution of those additional questions, so that in case of any doubt, you will get the solution. All right. So that's all for the day, and that's all for this chapter. So bye everyone, take care and see you soon.